You could probably notice that I have 3 main lowsec PvP ships, Ashimmu, Stabber and Talvar. The Ashimmu is the oldest ship out of the 3 main lowsec PvP ships. I've had this ship for more than a year and a half, something like that, and so far the Ashimmu has been performing quite well. So I guess it will be time to undock, and it will be interesting to see what targets we get today. We had some very funny situations, and you are going to most likely see them today. So let's start.
Warp drive active.
Warping towards the first target for tonight, or for this morning, depends on the time zone. Serpentis rally point, okay. We have a Dominix. Alright, excellent. I landed just in the right range. This Dominix does look like... They definitely look like they have a clear sky nanocore. I will go and orbit at 21 kilometer. That's practically the optimal range for this ship. The Dominix is a shield tank, a good shield tank. Looks like it will be time to shoot down the drones. Now I have dual webs. That means I can most likely use the dual webs to web down the drones and shoot them down faster. And I think I will do that in a moment. But as of now, I'm only using the beam lasers to shoot down the drones. One drone left. Okay, now I can focus on the Dominix. They are shooting at me at the moment. Now this Ashimmu is quite tanky, so not a big problem if I get shot at it. I can take a lot of damage. Preferably I'd say that I should be the primary target, because I can recover capacitor at a very decent rate. The Dominix has launched the next wave of drones. The beehive is full, alright. Although I'm not the primary target anymore, that's kinda worrying. I like to be the primary target, especially with the Ashimmu. So, this time I will web down the drones and try to shoot them down as quickly as possible. One web per drone, so that I can always switch to the other drone without a problem. Our drones are going down, so far so good. A very tanky Dominix. They have recovered their shield. Looks like they have capacitor batteries. And they also have neutralizers, which is a problem, because our cruisers have a limited supply of capacitor, and capacitor batteries on the Dominix can make the neutralizers run really well. And also they recover capacitor very quickly. The next wave of drones is launched, and unfortunately Our Stratios lost capacitor because of the neutralizers, and the Dominix of course had stabs and they warped away. Well, I'm kinda to be blamed for this. I should have picked at least one more point or one scrambler, and most likely if I had those two modules we could have hauled the Dominix. So that's my fault that the Dominix has warped away. Well then, since we started on a fail, let's continue. We have another very nice target, and now we are preparing for warp. Still the same Ashimmu, still practically the same fit. Our target is going to be a very big boat. We have a Vindi. Uh-oh, that's not good. I landed a little bit too close. Well within the lethal Vindicator webs. I have to quickly get away from that. And they are locking me on. I have to quickly go above 22.9 kilometers. And well, now I'm safe from the webs. They have been webbed. They're at 50% armor. The Vindicator is now shooting at me, and well, that's some impressive DPS, I'll admit. That's some impressive DPS. I have like 85% resistance on the shield, and I had to warp away. That's impressive DPS. I'm impressed. 85% felt like nothing, and this is a very tanky Ashimmu. Well then, I'll be warping back in a second. Hopefully the Vindicator is still there. It would look like they were going down before I had to warp away. Alright, let's warp back. Shield is now back up, so I can take one or two more hits before having to warp away again. Well, unfortunately the battleship did have a lot of stabs, and well, they warped away. And of course, that was also my fault. I forgot to use a micro warp drive. If I had a micro warp drive, then the Vindicator wouldn't be able to hit me that much at that distance. Oh well, those were some two fails that I had, that I'm mostly to be blamed. Our next target is a Raven Striker, or a Golem if you wanna call the ship by the EVE Online name. They have been pointed, webbed. Now I don't have to worry much about the missiles from that battleship because I have an afterburner and I can tank a Raven without a problem. The Raven is now in hull. They are going down very quickly. Afterburner is excellent for tanking missile boats, but in some cases the speed that you get from the micro warp drive is better than using a afterburner. Well, that was a nice kill. That was a pretty nice Raven as well. Let's pull back the drones and let's prepare to warp away. Well, not warp away, but let's prepare to burn away from the site and to wait out the criminal timer. Our next target, we have a Omen sniper. They have the timer. This is a relic site. They were trying to shoot down ships that are running the relic site, and well, they have the timer, so they definitely did shoot down some ships. They're using pulse lasers and a large Nosferatu. Both of our ships are shield tanks, although in this case I have the range, so the pulse lasers cannot reach at 25 kilometers. Their optimal range is at around 16 kilometers, which is still pretty good. The Omen is now into armor. They are using a large shield booster, and I believe they have a capacitor battery as well. A large capacitor battery. I'm using my shield booster when needed, although I can keep my shield booster running for a very long time, but I don't have to use the shield booster a lot. Looks like the capacitor on the Omen Navy is empty, and it also looks like the capacitor battery is on cooldown. Well, that was a nice kill and a good fight. Now let's check out the wreck. I still use the same faction drone that I said that I will replace. That faction drone has been through a lot, and it's quite expensive as well, so I should really change that drone very soon. Would be a big loss if that drone were to be destroyed. I think it goes for like 50 million at the moment, or 60. Well, nice loot. Let's quickly dock the loot, and well, we can continue towards the next target.
Warp drive active.
Already in warp. This time I have a micro warp drive on the Ashimmu. We have a Drake and a Myrmidon. Alright, interesting. Primary target will be the Myrmidon because they can have scary DPS. Well, Myrmidon has warped out, so that leaves us only with the Drake. Drake has been webbed and pointed. Shield on the Drake slowly going down. I will use my micro warp drive when needed. At the moment I don't have to. Drake is now into armor. Well, the faction drone did get the kill, so yeah, that was a nice Drake. All right, well, oh, the Myrmidon is back. Well, that's perfect. Let's quickly go within the point range. I'm very glad that I had the micro warp drive instead of the afterburner. I'm able to quickly go and point the Myrmidon and web them. They have been pointed and webbed. Now the orbit might throw my ship close to the two pirate ships that are in the mission, so I might get shot by them, but that's fine. I think I can take damage. The Myrmidon made me the primary target. They have launched drones. They are modified drones. Very interesting. Now, not quite sure what's doing so much damage on my shield. Is it the Myrmidon or is it the other ships that are around it, because the orbit threw me very close to them. But in any case, I am taking some shield damage, and keep in mind, this is a very tanky Ashimmu. But the Myrmidon was destroyed, and now I think I can repair the shield. Not quite sure what caused so much damage, but yeah. Like I said, the mermaid might be the cause. Those ships can have scary drone DPS. Alright, let's warp towards the next one.
Warp drive active.
I think we have a battleship, but I might be wrong. Oh, okay, we have Bellicose covertops and we have a RB covertops. Whoops, let's not shoot down the friendly. The RB will be my primary target because they can have tracking disruptors, but because 2 covertops is not much of a threat, I can easily deal with that ship with the Ashimmu. The Bellicose is taking some heavy damage and they have been destroyed or they have warped away. And of course the RB covertops has also been destroyed. Very nice, that was nice. Nice little reverse bait, that's a thing. That's a very interesting thing to do, to be honest. Works incredibly well. Well, let's wait out the timer and we can continue towards the next target. We have a nice little faction cruiser fleet going on here. Each of these ships have a very good build, and overall I think I should start to fly the Vigilant, but I have some other plans for that ship, to be honest. I'll announce what I'll do with that ship very soon, but the Vigilant is one of the ships that I plan to fly, and it's also one of the better ships for hunting. They have very good DPS and overall fantastic bonuses on the webs and the points as well, which is very important. They're quite similar to some other ships that I did fly so far.
Warp drive active.
Okay, well, we are warping towards our next targets. They are located at the planet. Not quite sure what was going on here, but there's our targets. There are our targets. We have a Snibble and we have one... What is that? What is that ship? A modified caracal. Well, okay, that's interesting. The Snibble has been destroyed and, well, the caracal has also been destroyed. That was actually quick. Well, very nice. A faction cruiser kill is always nice, and of course a special edition ship is also nice, I guess. Time to warp away and let's wait out the criminal timer. Overall, so far, been pretty good. Warping towards the next target. I think we have a battleship tackled. Thankfully, it wasn't a long warp, so I will be landing pretty quickly. We have a Dominix. There's the Dominix. However, I landed a little bit too far away, so I have to quickly go and approach. 52 kilometers away from the Dominix. And unfortunately, I was just a little bit too slow to go and point them, so they have warped away. Well, let's go towards the next target. Already in warp. It should be a close warp. The location was around the gate, so it shouldn't be too far away. We have a Tornado 2. 40 kilometers away from me. They have a medium micro warp drive, so that means I have to quickly web them. They might get out of the point range, so I have to hurry up and web them down. Okay, they have been webbed and of course pointed. Now I will go and orbit at 25 kilometers. They are going down, they're already in hole. And they have been destroyed. Very nice. Let's pull back the drone and then we can go towards the next victim, towards the next target. Alright, warping towards the next target. I have to admit, the best looking cruiser in the game so far. I love how the metallic blood red color shines when you look at the sun on this ship. We have a battlecruiser. They have been tackled. That battlecruiser used a dramiel that was built for detecting scans, and well, that did not work for them. We have tactics that can deal with that very easily, and as you could see, it works. They have been tackled and they're now going down. It is a armor repair battlecruiser, very weird. Usually that battlecruiser is a shield tank, but I guess this one was a armor tank. And they have been destroyed. Was also a pretty nice little kill. And again, fantastic teamwork as well. So I left this for a little surprise on the end. I just wanted to show you how big a Dreadnought is, and this is a perfect opportunity to show you how tall this Dreadnought is. This is the Minotaur Dreadnought, Naglifar, and I'm flying the Ashimmu. You can see how big this thing actually is when you start orbiting it at close range with a small ship. And well, definitely one of the, it's kind of weird, but I think I really like how this Dreadnought looks. Definitely looks better than the Moros. The Revelation might be my favorite at the moment. Actually, no, let me correct myself. Chemosh is my favorite. That's the Dreadnought that I will be flying actively when that thing gets released. But until then, the Revelation will be taking its place. So that might happen soon, not quite sure. Not quite sure when we get faction Dreadnoughts. I have no idea when that will come out, but I'm pretty sure they will be out at one point. And when they are out, well, you know what I'll be flying. So the Blood Raider Dreadnought is going to be very, very fun, I can guarantee you that. It's going to be the most lethal Dreadnought in the game. But yeah, this is how tall the Naglifar actually is, comparing it to the Ashimmu. I kind of forgot how tall it is. Should be around 3.5 kilometers. The Ashimmu is 250 meters long, I think, or was it 350? Maybe something lower than that. I kind of forgot, but the Ashimmu is definitely one of the smallest cruisers in the game. It's 3 times shorter than the Cinnabal and 7 times shorter than a Ortus. The Ortus is actually pretty massive for a cruiser. Not quite sure how they got away with calling it a cruiser when it's actually almost as long as a battleship. Definitely longer than most battlecruisers. Well then, that was a fun little roam today. Of course, did have some very, very odd fails at start. That is me to be blamed. If I did change the fit accordingly, then we would have a very nice Vindicator kill, and we would probably have a very nice Dominix kill. But it happens, so it's all good. In the end, we all had fun, and that's what matters. With that being said, hope that you enjoyed, hope that you had fun, and with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.